Hey, fellow babies. Welcome to Pachter Factor COVID edition. This is Pachter at home. I'm always at home. You know, I got to say, it's really great working from home. I highly recommend it. I'm sure all of you are doing it now if you're still working. Anyway, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. As you know, we are subscriber supported, and that means if you have money, we would appreciate it if you'd be a Patreon patron. If you don't have money, we would really appreciate it if you would take the extra step in the instructions below in the show description to connect your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account. We call that Twitch Prime. If you are able to figure out those instructions, then it's pretty simple. Amazon actually pays us, Twitch pays us for your watching this video, and that makes the video available day and date. Doesn't cost you anything if you're already paying Prime. So please take the time to figure that out. You got to re-up it every month, but that would really help us. Today's question. Some of these questions are actually tough, so I'm going to give really bad answers for the next one. Our question today from SIFTD, from Kevin. Why did Sony allow Epic to show the first look at PlayStation 5 with the Unreal Engine 5 demo? It seems like the thing people are talking about on the internet, so wouldn't it have been better for Sony to present it? I don't really know the answer. I don't know what Sony's strategy is with PS5. My understanding is that that thing is going to be just a massively overpowered box. And by overpowered, I think that they're trying to build it to last 5 years and still be really, really cool in 5 years. So they're putting a lot more into it than perhaps they need to. They're spending a lot on it. And we heard that they're going to intentionally limit production for the first several months because they're probably losing money on every box. So when you ask why did they allow Epic to do it, I think Sony is looking for any publicity it can generate without having to spend money. And by putting it into an Unreal 5 demo, they're essentially getting paid by Epic to reveal. Possibly they didn't get real money. Probably they just got Epic to use its resources to kind of market its demo, and then you got to see PS5. But I think Sony is cutting corners. They pulled out of E3. Obviously, E3 has been canceled since for 2 years in a row. I think they are trying to be fiscally prudent. I think they expect to lose money on every PS5. And so my guess is that this is just how they're managing their marketing budget, and they decided to let Epic have a demo built into the Unreal demo. The other thing is that Epic would really like to get a piece of every game made on PlayStation, and the way Epic kind of builds out its model, if you build a game in Unreal, you pay a royalty to Unreal based on your revenues. It's like 5%. And I think Epic would really like to be able to let people download games from the Epic store. Now, Sony right now has a proprietary PlayStation network, and big publishers, EA, Activision, Take-Two, build their own engine. So we've got the Frostbite engine at EA, Call of Duty's got its own engine. The Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, is for Take-Two. So you're not going to get those games ever built in Unreal. But remember that all the console manufacturers have a lot of smaller games available on their stores for $15, $10. Remember games like Fat Princess. And I think it's possible that Sony's going to cut a deal with Unreal where you can actually log on to the Unreal store on your PlayStation 5 and download a game from the Epic store. The Epic store. So I think there's probably something going on there. Tim Sweeney is a really smart businessman. He comes across as a mad scientist. He's pretty smart. And so I bet there's something going on there, but I agree with you. Sony would have gotten probably more bang from its, for its buck if it presented itself. It probably didn't spend the buck. So it got infinite bang for no bucks by letting Epic present. I think that, we're getting to where deep fake video is kind of the norm now, that, the video game engines can do anything. I don't care about the hardware. I mean, the truth is that hardware is going to be completely irrelevant in a few years. We're going to be streaming just amazing stuff because we're going to be able to, and because the engines are going to handle all the heavy lifting. You're going to still need some solid state memory, and you're probably going to need the CPU, GPU, but I think that boxes are going to be kind of a thing of the past in 10 years. So this is the last real big console cycle, the one we just had. The next one's going to be smaller. The next one's going to be smaller. And at the same time, consoles are getting more expensive. I think the masses don't care. So I didn't think much of it other than I'm impressed with Unreal 5. Anyway, thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor. If you're a Patreon patron, we appreciate it. If you're not, please try to link your Twitch account to your Prime account, Amazon Prime account. And at a minimum, please follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter, and follow Shane at Dinfire. He's got like 5 followers. He could use 6, so please look him up. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.